Christ would allow the woman to leave. Let's just say, pinabayaan niya na yung babae na makaalis. Hindi niya kinausap. Magkakaroon na yung, the lady or the woman would feel guilty. Diba? Kasi, ano kaya ang iisipin sa akin ni Jesus Christ kasi pinatch ko siya. Diba? She will feel guilty. And that's the reason why she called the woman to assure her that go in peace. Remember what did the Lord Jesus Christ tell the woman? Go in peace. Ang sabi niya sa woman, huwag kang matakot. O huwag kang ma-feel guilty. It's okay. I'm giving you the blessing. I'm giving you the healing. You did not steal it from me. I'm giving it to you freely. That's the reason why she withhold the woman. You know, para mag-front yung babae. Kaya niya pinigilan yung babae. That's the reason why she talked to the woman to come up front. And lastly, Jesus will not allow faith to be anonymous. You know, I initially wondered, look at this, why Jesus would insist that raising of Jairus' daughter be kept silent. At the end of this story, Jesus Christ mentioned to the parents, to Jairus, the parent of the daughter, saying, be silent with the miracle. But this time, she wants the lady to come up front, right? You know, Jesus forced the woman to make her healing public. I think I understand that it is not the miracle which Jesus wanted to make public, but rather the woman's faith. Jairus' faith was very evident as he fell before Jesus and pled for him to come to his house. But while the woman reached out to Jesus in faith, she had done so anonymously. Jesus does not allow her faith to remain anonymous. Faith in Christ must be publicly confessed or professed. Remember Romans 10:9-11, that if you confess with your mouth Jesus is Lord and believe in your heart that God raised him from the dead, you will be saved. Sabi nga, for it is with your heart that you believe and you are justified. It is with your mouth that you confess and say, as the scripture says. So basically, faith is not intended for private matter. Yun yung sinasabi na the thing that Jairus learned from the situation. Because he learned that the Lord Jesus Christ wanted to be faith, to be not to be in private. It needs to be professed in public. 2 weeks na lang ako. Pagbigyan niyo na ako. Total Father's Day na rin naman. Okay? So, 2 weeks na lang. Let's go now to the third part of the story. So, what's the first story? What's the first part of the story? There was ano yung first part? What is the first part?
The problem.
No, it's not the problem. It's the petition. Remember, there was a petition. Lumalapit siya sa Panginoon para to ask for a petition. And then the second part is what? There is a postponement because there is a woman that created a divine delay. But remember, there is a purpose for that divine delay. And the third part is the predicament. What do you mean by predicament? Kinuha ko lang yan sa thesaurus. Predicament is there's a bad news. And what do you mean, Brother Adel? Kanina sabi natin, when worse things happen, ano sabi natin kanina, sorry. Wala tuloy ako. When unnecessary pressure things arrive. But this time, when bad things comes to worse, the predicament. Have you experienced that? You have a bad situation and it becomes more worse. Wrong sentence at more worse. You have a bad situation and it gets worse. Okay? So, ayan. So, have you experienced that? Talagang problemado ka na, and then all of a sudden, talagang lumala pa yung problema. And this is the same thing that happened. What do you mean, Brother Bell? Let's read While Jesus was still speaking, some people came. Okay, remember the situation? Pinapanood lang ni Jairus yung nangyari doon sa woman, and this is what happened next. While Jesus was speaking, some people came to the house of Jairus, the synagogue leader. This is the bad news. Your daughter is dead, they said. Why bother the teacher anymore? But on verse 36, overhearing what they said, Jesus told them, don't be afraid, just believe. He did not, in verse 37, he did not let anyone follow him except Peter, James, and John. Yung tatlong beses niya. The brother of James. When they came to the home, the synagogue leader, Jesus saw the commotion with people crying and wailing loudly. Talagang umiiyak na sila. He went in and said to them, why all this commotion and wailing? The child is not dead, but asleep. Okay? So, what can we learn from Jairus? What did Jairus did here? Number one, he never overreacted. Siguro, if you are the father and you have heard that your daughter is dead, probably gumugulgul ka na rin, probably you will also. No, but he never reacted. And if you're going to read the scripture, he just kept silent with the Lord Jesus Christ. Number two, he have an eye contact with the Lord. What do you mean, Brother Adel? You know, if you read verse 36, sabi yan ganun, overhearing what they have said, Jesus told him. Ang Panginoon, he did not address the whole crowd, but he talked to Jairus. Jairus, come here. Let me tell you something. Do not be afraid. Just believe. Your daughter is not dead. The Lord Jesus Christ have an eye contact with Jairus at that very moment. And that is the very thing that he is telling. Sabi niya ganon, do not panic. You know, just focus on me. Ang sabi niya ganon, do not be afraid and just simply believe. And that is the same thing that Jairus did. He did not get afraid, he believed Jesus, and he never lose hope. We do not need to panic, but to focus. Fix our eyes on Jesus. We can hear all the things in the world that the world can shout out on us. But if we listen to God's whisper, He will deliver us. Now, totoo naman eh. The world can always shout so many things left and right. Oh, wala kang kwentang tao. You know, you are not a great person. You have all the problems in the world. And people are bombarding you. But unless you have an eye contact with the Lord and listen to His whisper, you will not be delivered. Most of the times we are always, listening to the shout of the world. We forget to hear what the Lord is saying. The Lord is saying, don't be afraid, just believe. And every time that He says that with a smile. Sabi ng Lord, sagot ka niya. Sabi niya, akong bahala sa'yo. Just watch, taste, and see my goodness. The truth of the matter is, when we panic, we lost our focus. But when we focus, we will never panic. Let's go now to the fourth and the last part. The phenomenon. So what's number one? The petition. Number two, the postponement. Number three, the predicament. And number four, the phenomenon. When worse things get better. But anyway, I guess you understand what I'm trying to say. What can we learn from here? But they laughed at Him. After He put them all out, He took the child's father and mother and the disciples who were with Him and went in where the child was. He took her by the hand and said to her, Talita kum, which means, little girl, I say to you, get up. Immediately the girl stood up and began to walk around. She was 12 years old. Ilang taon na nag-bleed yung woman? 12 years old. And the child was 12 years old also. At this, they were completely astonished. He gave strict orders not to let anyone know about this and told them to give her something to eat. Okay, there are only few things that I would like us to learn from here. This time, our concentration now is the Lord Jesus Christ. What can we learn from the Lord Jesus Christ when He do the work? Principles we can learn from Jesus' work or from His ministry. Now, on Mark chapter 5, verses 39 to 40, we learn that when He do His ministry, He removed the weights. He removed the crowd. Diba? Ang sabi niya gano'n, pinili niya lang kung sino. He just only selected the people He would like to be part of the ministry. Because some of the people were laughing and scoring at Him. So ang ginawa niya, tawa kayo ng tawa sa akin, diyan kayo sa labas. Tinawag niya yung tatlo, at yung nanay at tatay lang, nung daughter. And that's what happened. He select, He delegate, and shared the ministry. You know, Jesus then gave two perplexing commands. The first was that they give the girl something to eat. Right? One would think that if Jesus could raise this girl from the dead, He could also have done so much with a full stomach. Some people are thinking, Lord, napagaling mo siya, hindi mo siya kaya bigyan ng pagkain. Have you think about that? Remember, the Lord Jesus Christ asked the parents to give or feed her with food. Right? Pero the question is, totoo nga naman, ano? Lord, napagaling mo siya, binuhay mo nga siya eh. Pagkain lang, hindi mo magawa. What's the principle behind? This is the principle behind. God does not do for people what they can do for themselves. Kung kaya naman gawin ng tao, ba't kailangan pa ng miracle ng Panginoon? You know? And this is the problem with us people. We keep on asking the Lord, Lord, I need a miracle, I need a job. Sabi ng Lord, then apply for a job. This is what I'm trying to say here. We cannot expect too much miracle from the Lord because God has given us the arms, the legs, and the wisdom so that we could create our own miracles. Amen. He has given us all the powers already. It's only for us to use it. You know, I am aware of that expression, often attributed to the Bible, that God helps those who help themselves. In truth, though God has come in the person of Christ to help those who cannot help themselves, Jairus could not heal his sick daughter, nor raise her when she died. Jesus could and did, but Jairus and his wife could feed the child. And so Jesus did not do so miraculously. Miracles are not performed where normal human effort is sufficient. Remember that. Our Lord's second command is also of interest, but for a different reason. He commanded the parents not to tell anyone what had happened. Diba? Sabi niya, huwag niyo na ipagkalat. Was Jesus trying to keep this miracle a secret? And how could this possibly be? There were many waiting outside to see what would happen. The girl would sooner or later appear alive. Later on, malalaman naman ng mga tao, the people will all eventually know that nabuhay siya, that she get alive. Right? So the reports will come. But the point of the matter is, for those who do not want to believe, they would be kept wondering. Siguro paglabas ng nanay tsaka ng tatay ni Jairus, tatanungin ng mga nagsisipagtawa. Di ba kanina tawa sila ng tawa. Sabi na, patay na. And they were laughing. They were saying, she's dead. And they were laughing. But now, the moment that they see the daughter, they would probably wonder. And they would keep on asking, anong ginawa? What happened? What did he do? And that's the problem. Because you are scoring, it will be kept secret from you. And that is the thing that we could learn from the Lord Jesus. And what is the principle we could learn from Jairus? It's so simple. He just simply followed Jesus and he participated. Kinakain niya. At sumunod lang siya sa Panginoon. Let me go now to my challenge. What does it mean to be a father? Why is it important? This is the question that we had a while ago. You know, in rough times, when problem strikes, when unnecessary pressure, when bad things get worse, and when worse things get better, this is the conclusion. Be an ideal father. Learn from Jairus. Be like Jairus. Fail, focus, and follow. And that's it. Let's come to the Lord in prayer. Our Heavenly Father God, again, we would like to thank you, Lord, for this time that we were able to understand a short story, even though, Lord, that it has so many meaningful items in it. Lord, we thank you because it's clear, Lord God, that you wanted us to follow the example that Jairus has set. That when trouble comes, Lord God, we come and follow you. We fall on your feet. And Lord, we pray that through this, Lord God, we could also encourage our Father. Lord, we thank you for the fathers that we have, the earthly fathers, Lord God. Lord, we are praying for them. Continue, Lord, to give them the wisdom. Continue to use them, Lord God. And continue, Lord, to bless them. Use them, Lord God, to become a channel of your blessing. And for us children, Lord God, help us, Lord God, to understand the rough times that our fathers are sometimes facing. Thank you, Lord God, because we know that besides our earthly Father, we have a heavenly Father who is always watching us, waiting for us, helping us, healing us, and raising us. Lord, thank you that we could celebrate, Lord God, this wonderful event, this wonderful day, to give commemoration to our fathers. Lord, we would like to extend our prayers and blessing to all the fathers that we love, our loved ones, Lord God. And Lord, we pray, help us to be an encouragement to all the fathers. Thank you, Lord, and we glorify you. In Jesus' name.